Hey everyone! Season 5 of Harley Quinn has finally premiered on Max. And even though the last season didn't vibe well with a lot of people, this season kicked off with a bang and already shows it could surpass the previous one quite a bit. We've got Metropolis, Superman, Lois Lane, and even Brainiac popping up, alongside the Gotham City characters we've been following. The first episode is packed with really cool Superman Easter eggs, and I'm gonna break it all down for you right now in this video, so stick around. What's up guys? Welcome to Comic Chronicles. Harley Quinn premiered its first season back in 2019, and at that time, it was quite a revelation. It was an R-rated show featuring Harley Quinn that DC had never done before, packed with comedy, action, Batman villains battling it out, and plenty of sexual humor. Sure, there were other animated shows in this style, like Rick and Morty, but none focused on superheroes, especially from DC, so it was definitely groundbreaking and a huge hit when it came out. Season 5 promises to breathe fresh air into the series. The lead actresses, Harley and Ivy, are heading to Metropolis, and I can tell you right off the bat that it's changing things for the better. So make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because there's a ton of great DC and Marvel content coming out, and I'm covering it all. Whether it's news about the DCU, MCU, new comics, movies, animations, or series, this is the best place for you to stay up to date and relive great moments with our favorite heroes. Be sure to subscribe to stay in the loop. Thanks a lot and let's get right into it. Season 5 kicks off still in Gotham City, but a lot has changed since the last season. The Bat family is split up. The Joker, who had become mayor, was impeached after attacking Barbara Gordon, which is a nod to the comic The Killing Joke. Now the city is in ruins and being invaded by giant rats, definitely an Easter egg for Ratcatcher, but the reason behind these giant rats has yet to be revealed. Notice right at the start of this episode, a mom is running with her kid, and the boy drops a Batman toy into a sewer. This symbolizes the fall of the hero in the city. It looks like Gotham no longer has its guardian. Interestingly, Bruce Wayne appears in Metropolis in this same episode, so there will definitely be explanations for his absence in Gotham and what happened to the other members of the Bat family. Batgirl is now Oracle. Barbara shows up at one point in the episode helping the Gotham City Sirens as Oracle. Clearly, a lot has gone down since the last season. A significant amount of time has definitely passed. We still need to address what happened to Nightwing. He was killed off last season, but they brought him back after tossing him into the Lazarus pits, so we're still waiting to see how that plays out. Speaking of the Bat family, there are no signs of Alfred or Damian either, and if you watched Kite Man Hell Yeah, you might remember spoiler popped up they're taking a few swings at Kite Man. So there's definitely still a lot to resolve in Gotham. I think they'll set the city aside for a bit, but we'll come back to tie up those loose ends. Let's talk a bit more about the Easter eggs in Gotham. There's a scene showing the Gotham City Sirens, comprised of Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, Catwoman, and Oracle, which is a nod to the comics featuring that team, written by Paul Dini, the genius behind some of the best episodes of Batman the Animated Series and the co-creator of Harley Quinn. They end up facing off against the Enchantress, who here looks a lot like her portrayal in the first Suicide Squad movie. Also, there's a quick cameo from Man-Bat. The episode opens by establishing that Ivy and Harley's relationship is kinda rocky, things are cooling off. This parallels the show itself, which has also cooled down since Season 2. Even though Season 3 was interesting, both the third and fourth seasons were weaker overall, so when they talk about their relationship, it feels like a reflection of the show. It doesn't take long before characters from Metropolis start showing up. On TV, Harley and Ivy watch Lois Lane being interviewed. The segment highlights that Lois was awarded and managed to lock Lex Luthor behind bars, but the focus quickly shifts to the inauguration of a museum honoring Superman, which will be a private event. Of course, this detail about the Superman Museum is just a setup to bring the protagonists to that event. While Harley is getting her outfits ready for the move to Metropolis, there are a few fun Easter eggs. The Suicide Squad themed t-shirt. Harley mentions that Superman has never thanked her for saving his life, and she wants to meet him to get that gratitude. Remember, she really did save Superman last season when Big Blue was captured by Lex Luthor in space and had his hair shaved off. Alright, they move to Metropolis, and the contrast between the two cities is crystal clear. While Gotham is all wrecked, Metropolis shines as a futuristic city full of sleek buildings and vibrant colors. The visual of Metropolis is super cool. Harley and Ivy enter the museum, and it's raining Easter eggs about Superman. First off, there are several costumes from different eras of the Man of Steel on display. The first from left to right is one of the most beloved outfits among Superman fans, the iconic black suit he wears when he comes back to life after battling Doomsday, which absorbs solar radiation faster so he can regain his strength quickly. The second suit is from the classic Fleischer Brothers animation, which has been referenced many times in various versions today. The third is a space suit, though I couldn't find it from any specific comic or animation, so it might be original to the show. If you know where that space suit is from, drop it in the comments. Lastly, we have the suit of an evil Superman from another Earth, appearing in Superman, the animated series. Along with all this, there are newspaper Easter eggs from the Daily Planet highlighting Superman Dead and Superman Alive, a hologram simulating the explosion of Krypton, and Black Mercy, which is well known from the Justice League episode, but also comes from the comics. There's a model of the Fortress of Solitude and a replica of the Ghost Projector, which opens a portal to the Phantom Zone. Other suits also show up in another scene, including the space suit Superman wore in Superman, the animated series, the red and blue Superman suits, the New 52 suit, and replicas of different colored kryptonite, along with the statues of Superman's parents, Jor-El and Lara. Finally, in the museum, there are Easter eggs for the ship Superman took from Krypton before the explosion, the giant key for the Fortress of Solitude, a nod to the Yellow Sun, Krypto makes an appearance, the giant diary with Kryptonian writing, the Supermobile, which first appeared in Action Comics number 481 alongside the giant diary and was used by Superman to fight the android Amazo, but mostly it was just a toy ad, and another Easter egg that I didn't recognize, which is this armor that, according to Screen Rant, is a Space Marine's power armor from Warhammer 40k, as a reference to Henry Cavill himself, who's a fan of the Warhammer game franchise and is involved in the Amazon Prime Video live-action series. Lastly, the museum has several robot drones that Harley and Ivy fight against. These robots belong to Brainiac, who makes an appearance at the end of the episode, indicating he'll be the main threat this season. I think out of all the references, these Brainiac drones are the most obvious. Wow, that was a lot of references. Comment below if you caught them all. After taking down all the drones to grab the box containing the museum's most valuable artifact, it's revealed that inside the box lies the first cape, the blanket that Kal-El was wrapped in when he arrived on Earth. In the museum, alongside Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, Superman himself, and the other guests, Bruce Wayne is there too. He built a new Wayne Tower, but this time in Metropolis, and with him is Lena Luthor, Lex's sister and Wayne's current girlfriend. Lena is the mastermind behind the Superman Museum and invites Harley and Ivy to dinner the following day to thank them for what they did at the museum the night before. Interestingly, Lena Luthor seems quite interested in Ivy and Harley. She mentions that unlike her brother, she only wants to do what's best for the city and wants to hear Ivy's thoughts on the Centennial Park project. Ivy responds that the city lacks greenery as there's too much chrome all over Metropolis. Lena was wearing the Heart of Darkness necklace from the Enchantress that Catwoman had stolen, but it looks like she sold it off later. Inside the necklace was Eclipso, the spirit of wrath, who even had an episode in Justice League. So, Eclipso breaks free but is quickly taken out by Harley, who knocks him out with her bat. Superman arrives to help, but seeing everything's already sorted out, he feels bummed and takes off. I have to say, I enjoyed the joke about Superman feeling blue, it was pretty funny. Harley taps into her psychologist's side and offers to talk to Big Blue, suggesting he takes a vacation. At this moment, Superman mentions that the last time he took a vacation was months ago when he flew into space to change the Earth's rotation to go back in time and prevent Lois' death, which is a clear reference to the 1978 Superman movie by Richard Donner starring Christopher Reeve. For those who thought the references were done, there's one more. Superman then decides to take a sabbatical to enjoy some time off, saying he'll take reporter Clark Kent along with him, noting that it's the second time Harley has saved him. Here comes a pretty funny joke. Harley tells Ivy that Superman is cheating on Lois Lane with a guy named Clark Kent. Ivy chimes in, "I've heard they spend a lot of time together, but no one ever sees them in the same room, kinda like they are hiding." The two decide to stay in Metropolis, and Ivy mentions that while Harley was with Supes, Lena offered Ivy a chance to spearhead the Green Initiative in Metropolis, so Ivy can transform the Chrome City into the greenest place on the planet. Ivy says Metropolis doesn't see her as a villain. While they celebrate the move to Metropolis, Brainiac's drones clear away the plants Ivy's created, and soon we see the villain inside his skull-shaped ship. So, folks, the episode ends on this cliffhanger, and we've genuinely had a fantastic start to the season here. I really enjoyed it. I think it was better than Kite Man, hell yeah, and I'm left with the impression that this season is going to be better than the last. Even though some obvious plot points occurred, like Brainiac's appearance after those drones showed his logo, it was still pretty entertaining, and the idea of the two moving to Metropolis should breathe new life into the series. As for Bruce Wayne, it's pretty strange for him to ditch Gotham for Metropolis, so the theory we could consider is that he might be under Brainiac's manipulation, so that he and Lena spread his drones all over Metropolis while Superman is off the scene, giving the villain a chance to attack the city without the Man of Steel's interference. Keep in mind, this sort of thing isn't far-fetched, as something similar happened in Superman the Animated Series where Bruce was controlled by Brainiac. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. Comment below with your thoughts. Did you enjoy this beginning of Season 5 of Harley Quinn? Did you catch all the Superman references? Write it down in the comments, hit that sphere, and subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notifications because I'll be bringing you a complete review of the next episode soon. To ensure you don't miss anything related to DC, you need to be subscribed here on the channel. Also, check out these 2 videos on your screen, I'm sure you'll enjoy them. Thanks a lot, and see you next time.